Hello everyone, my name is Cherise Smith and today I'm going to be talking about knowing computer basics. Knowing computer basics is essential to the times that we live in, which is called the digital age. Working in the IT industry, I meet a lot of interesting people. I've met people that think they know everything about computers, and then I've met people who don't know much about computers. Those are the ones I truly like to work with because I know that I can teach them something. Normally, when I run into the know it alls, they mostly try to prove to me what they already know. And normally, what I call the people who don't know are the computer illiterates. And I say this because these are the people that don't know the basics of a computer, such as setting up their computer when it's new out of the box. They don't know the difference between the hardware and software components of a computer. They don't know what the term boot up means. And that means just once you turn on your computer, it goes through a boot cycle. They also don't know what operating system they are using. And so these are just some of the simple things. Another simple thing that they don't realize is the web browser that they're using, or which web browsers to use when they want to surf the internet. I want people to understand that a computer is an essential household appliance that is needed during a time where we live in a digital world. Knowing the importance of computer basics can help in our day-to-day life and our day-to-day processes, and it's an everyday household appliance that everyone should have or can access or get access to. Okay, did you know that a computer is not just a simple box that you just have that have hardware and software components in it? It is a household appliance that every home is in need of or should have. Also, and I feel like people should know the basics of operating a computer. I've been in the IT industry now for about 10 years as a service desk analyst too. And I've also done a lot of troubleshooting as well. Since I've been on this job, I work at Emory University, and I've been on this job for a couple of years now. So I have gotten a lot more hands-on experience when it comes to the troubleshooting part. I have had to explain to some users how to boot up a computer, how to find their email. I've also had to show them how to log in to their computer, how to set up their email. All of these things is basic knowledge, and I've had to do this. Many people that I've spoken with, they had no clue of what an operating system is. I've had to tell them like Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows XP, Mac, their operating system, Sierra. It's so many that they have right about now. As far as the Mac operating system, Linux, Ubuntu, all these are different operating systems that users have, but they don't have a clue about. Helping people and giving them knowledge of computers is something that I love to do. I love to be able to teach someone the basics when it comes to troubleshooting, doing the simple issues to help them resolve their own issues and to give them knowledge. That's something I take joy in. Also, as far as the know-it-all goes, I like to give them a totally different perspective on computers. Okay, it is important for people to know the basic computer knowledge since we are living in the digital age of technology. Knowing computer basics helps users when they run into simple issues that they can troubleshoot on their own, whether they're at home, work, or school. Since I've been at IT, I've been able to distinguish the person that knows everything and the person who doesn't know everything. Knowing the difference means that I'm able to know how to give them the knowledge and what knowledge to give them. So for someone that doesn't have that much computer knowledge, they'll normally say things like, I don't want to troubleshoot because I'm afraid I'm going to mess something up, or tell me what you just said. Where do I find this at? What does this mean? Those are the things that they would say. And then if I'm talking to them and using computer terminology, they're totally confused about what I'm saying. So I have to break things down in layman's terms to them. Now, as far as the know-it-all goes, they're always trying to prove to me what they know. They also know the basics of computer knowledge. They know how to turn a computer on. They know how to turn their computer off when something freezes. If the software program has frozen up, they're going to know, I rebooted the computer already. They'll tell me that. Or I did this step. I went to Task Manager. I closed the application out. They'll tell me things of that nature. And lastly, is something that I find really funny as far as a know-it-all goes. They'll call me and then try to tell me how I'm supposed to tell them how I'm supposed to tell them how to troubleshoot. And I always ask them, if you knew what you were doing, why have you called me? So obviously you need my help. Above all, it is important to know computer basics. We use computers in almost every aspect of life. Everything that we do when it comes to school, we use it for homework, research, same as work. We use it to write reports, to email people. As far as I go, my job, I use it to make tickets, as far as my work goes. And then at home, you may use it to do some online shopping or, just surfing the internet. You may use it for that. But importantly, it's good to know the basics of troubleshooting so that if you're in any of these environments, you can fix some of the issues yourself. So according to computerconnectionutah.com, I read where it was talking about on the website how people get frustrated with computers at some point, especially when there's an intermittent problem, and such as like your computer, you're losing power, or why a mouse pointer on the screen has frozen. And this is where they were saying that if you know the basics, you're able to fix these type of issues. A simple fix for a freezing mouse is to reboot the computer and leave it off. So you'll turn it off for about 2 minutes, and then you'll turn it back on, and everything should have gone through a refresh, and so you can start it back up. Also, moving on, as far as the basic knowledge goes, we are living in a digital age, and most employers that I know are looking for people to have basic computer skills. We have a lot of jobs, like I said, that deals with computers. Most places of business use computers for communicating with employees and clients to generating reports. Students use computers to learn knowledge, research, and to do homework. Truly, as we see, knowing basic computer knowledge is important in many different aspects of our life. I always tell people you don't have to know everything about computers, because I don't know everything. I'm learning every day. As I work and I read and I research and I study, I'm learning every day. But I do understand that knowing the basics is something that's going to take me far when it comes to, if I have something go wrong with my computer, then I'll be able to troubleshoot it at home or at work or at school. It's nothing like having to call out a repairman that's going to charge you $60 or $70 just to come out and look at the computer. So Thumbtack.com suggested that for simple issues, you can go on YouTube or you can Google how to fix it, and you'll have the answer right there. As far as what I do with IT, I work in the IT department. So for more complex issues, of course, we would rather you call us. But for the simple issues, just try it. You can Google or YouTube, as I stated before, to troubleshoot those on your own. Okay. Finally, knowing computer basics is an important skill to have because they help you when you attempt to troubleshoot simple PC issues at home. They help with schoolwork, and they help employers determine if they want to hire you or not. In conclusion, having basic computer knowledge helps us to function in the digital age that we live in. Knowing the basics will help us as technology continues to advance. We can use what we already know about computer basics as a building block to learn more complex technology. Thank you, and this concludes my speech.